When Emma cracked that joke at dinner, everyone laughed. Everyone except me. Her wine glass sat half empty, her cheeks slightly flushed, and under the soft kitchen light, her smile looked sharper than usual. "Maybe I should just hand you over to Lily," she said, nudging my shoulder like it was harmless fun, like I was something to be given away. The table roared with laughter. I forced a smile, but inside, something twisted, because the way Lily looked at me, that wasn't a joke. We'd known Lily for years. She was Emma's old college friend, the kind of woman who filled silence with stories and made every room feel smaller around her. After her messy divorce, Emma often invited her over to keep her spirits up. Lately, though, her visits had become constant. She helped Emma in the kitchen, linger late into the night, pour one drink too many, and always find a way to end her stories leaning just a little too close to me. But that night, something shifted. The laughter eventually faded. Dishes clinked, and Emma went upstairs to change. Lily stayed behind, drying a glass by the sink. She glanced at me and murmured, "You know, your wife's jokes aren't always jokes." Her tone was teasing, but not completely playful. I didn't respond, just stared at the glass in my hand as a slow, uncomfortable heat crept up my neck. The next few weeks blurred together. Emma kept tossing those same jabs about Lily. "You two should just go out," she'd laugh. "At least she actually listens." Sometimes she'd say it in front of others. Sometimes she'd drop it after an argument, her voice cutting sharper than she realized, or maybe exactly as much as she intended. Our marriage had already been unraveling. Late nights at work, endless scrolling, that cold tone whenever I asked if she was okay. I used to think sarcasm was just our way of coping, but when it's repeated enough, sarcasm starts to sound like truth. One Saturday, Lily invited us over for a barbecue. Emma agreed right away. She spent hours getting ready, humming as if everything was fine. When we arrived, the place was alive. Music, laughter, the smell of grilled food. Lily looked radiant in a simple white dress, barefoot, her hair undone. She hugged me first, too long to be casual, then turned to greet Emma. Halfway through the evening, Emma drifted toward a group near the fire pit, her laughter blending with some man's deeper voice. I ended up inside, helping Lily restock drinks. The air between us felt heavy, electric. She brushed against my arm, then pulled away. "You look miserable," she said softly. "Just tired." I lied. She gave a faint smile. Maybe tired pretending. I didn't answer. I could feel her breath close to my ear, smell the faint trace of wine. For a second, the world seemed to shrink. The hum of the fridge, my heartbeat, her nearness. Then Emma's voice cut through the quiet. "Well, look at that," she said from the doorway, her tone half amused, half ice. Lily stepped back immediately, startled. Emma's smile was sharp, laced with venom. "You two make quite the pair. Maybe you should just go home together." She tossed the words like knives, disguised as humor. A few people nearby laughed awkwardly, unsure how to react. But I saw the bitterness in her eyes, the challenge, and something in me broke. "Maybe I will," I said. The laughter died. Emma froze, blinking. "What?" "You've been saying for months," I replied evenly. "Maybe it's time I take you seriously." The room went silent. The music outside felt far away. I set down my drink, nodded to Lily, and walked toward the door. For a moment, I thought Emma would stop me, call me back, say it was another joke, but she didn't. She just stood there, pale, stunned, quiet. Lily followed me out. We didn't speak until we were halfway down the street. The night air was cool, the street lights buzzing faintly. Finally, she asked, "You weren't serious, right?" I exhaled. "I don't know." She looked at me for a long moment, then said quietly, "Maybe you should be." That night, I didn't go home. I checked into a small hotel near the coast, staring at the ceiling, replaying every word. The truth was messy. I didn't love Lily. I didn't even want her. What I wanted was to stop being the punchline in my own marriage. Emma's jokes had turned love into humiliation. And somewhere along the line, I'd started believing I deserved it. The next morning, my phone was full of missed calls and messages. None said come home. Just things like, Real mature. Hope you're happy. One message from Emma froze me in place. You actually left. I didn't think you had it in you. Something in those words, half shock, half contempt, lit a fuse. For years, I'd been patient, reasonable, forgiving. I thought love meant enduring every blow. But love isn't supposed to make you smaller. I didn't go back that day. Or the next. Lily checked in once, then quietly disappeared from the picture. She knew this wasn't about her. It wasn't. It was about reclaiming what I'd lost, my self-respect. A week later, I returned to gather my things. The house was still, airless. Emma sat at the table, staring into her coffee. She didn't look angry anymore, just drained. You really did it, she said softly. I guess I did. Was she worth it? She had nothing to do with it, I said. You did. She flinched, then sighed. I was joking. I met her eyes. That's the problem. You forgot where the joke ends. The silence stretched, filled only by the hum of the refrigerator and the ticking clock. Then she whispered, So this is it? Yes. I left the key on the counter and walked out. No shouting, no tears, no dramatic goodbye, just the quiet truth that sometimes the line between a joke and reality isn't a line at all. It's a door. And when someone dares you step through it too many times, eventually you do.